In this video, I'm going to show you how you can edit videos for Instagram stories using Premiere Pro. So without any further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so here we are in Premiere Pro and we have our sequence. I've edited this in full HD, so that's 1920 by 1080. Okay, so say for example, this is the master file. What I like to do is select all my clips that I want, press Command C for copy, go to another timeline, Command V, and paste. So now I have the sequence in a different timeline. So I've named this Instagram stories. So I've got my master file and I've got my Instagram stories timeline. Okay, so there's two different timelines. So if you need to go back to your project and refer to them, you can. So what we need to do is change the resolution of this timeline. So to do that, we go to sequence settings, and now here in video frame size, you see here it's 1920 by 1080. So what we need to do is change this, switch it around. So this needs to be 1080 by 1920. So now it's a 9:16 ratio, aspect ratio. We press OK and press OK again. Now you see that the resolution has changed on our timeline. So this is mimicking the Instagram story resolution. As you can see with the clips here, you've got these black bars. So what I want to do is actually fill these up. So to do that, what we can do is we can select the clips. So for example, if I select this clip, go to effects control, I can now scale it up if I wish, like so, to fill the frame, and I can position it to where I want, so where my main subject is, and that's Florence teaching here. So if I play back the clip, now she's in frame. Another way is if I have this clip selected, if I right click, if I scale to frame size, I can have this resolution here within my timeline or within my Instagram story. So for example, I might want to add text here or add a color background. So I can do that if I right click and then in the project bin, go to new item and go to color matte, press OK, and we'll select a color. Let's just say yellow, for example. Okay, and I'll just call that yellow background. So now I have my yellow background here. I like to label it, right click, and then go to label and then go yellow, just so I can visually see that that's that yellow background. So what I now will do is take those clips, bring them up to V2, so video 2 layer, and on video 1, I can drag my layer, and now I've got a yellow background. So with this kind of style, you can also add text or even subtitles to your Instagram stories. So within the branded yellow parts, I could choose to add text. So if I go to the text tool here, select, and then click, and then just type in for women, okay, and I have text now in that frame. So I need to change the color of my text, so I'm just going to select it all. Then you go to the effects control, go down to text and appearance and click on fill. You see that's yellow, and I might bring it down to say blue, so that's okay, and it's changed now to blue. Okay, and obviously I can change the parameters within the effects control. I actually might change that, say to, I don't know, magenta or something. Now that pops a little bit more, and you can change different aspects of the text if you select it all. Like make that wider. If you go down to transform, you can change the position, and then you've got a nice text header in your stories. If you want to add subtitles, then what you do, right click in the project panel, go to new item and go to captions. Now here for standard, you select open captions. Okay, make sure it's the right resolution, right frame rate, which it is. Press OK. Okay. And now you have your captions. Go to open captions, drag it on the timeline like so. And now you can add your captions. So if I click here, I can type in whatever I need to. And you can make the adjustments that you need in regards to your font. You want to take the background out, you just select here, and then reduce the opacity. You can have it completely out. Again, you can change the positioning of the text as well here. You can change the text color, so we can have it black instead. And this can all be done here. So if I want to make it bold, then I can do that. Again, if I want to add a new sentence, you just press on the add to BJJ. Okay. And then you'll time it to obviously what's being said in the video. Of course, I'm just making this up right now. Hello and welcome to BJJ. And to position the entire subtitles, what I like to do, just click on the open captions tab. Okay. And go to effects and go to position. And then you can position it wherever you want. So if you want it closer to the actual frame, then you can do it like so. Now, one of the best ways in which you can actually create an Instagram story is through the auto reframe. So instead of doing all of this, what you can do is on your master file, as you've finished your edit and you've created a sequence in which you wish to have on your Instagram stories, what you can do is you go to the actual timeline. So this one here says tutorial timeline master. So that's what this is. If I right click and I go down to auto reframe sequence, or up to auto reframe sequence, select. Now I can change the aspect ratio here. Currently it says 1:1. And for Instagram stories, we want a vertical 9:16. I select that, I press create. It's now analyzing and creating an Instagram story. So now it's created a separate timeline, as you can see here, which is now 9:16. And if I play it through, the AI has created an Instagram story for me. Okay. So it's now created that in the best way that it can. Okay. So if you look in the control effects here in position, it's created a bunch of keyframes. So these keyframes have now positioned the clips in the right position so that we have an Instagram story that we can now use. And the great thing about this is an additional timeline that has been created, and I don't need to worry about my master clip because my master timeline is still there. Okay. But now I have an Instagram story timeline as well. Maybe you want to add an interesting effect to your Instagram story videos. Check out this video on how to go from color to black and white transition effect in Premiere Pro, or check out this video you might enjoy as well. Until next time, this has been Asten Regis helping you tell your story through video. Peace.